Kono bangumi wa goren no sponsor no teikyo de okure shimasu. Yeah.
Oh.
It needs no introduction, but I'll give it one anyway. Hokuto no Ken, better known here as Fist of the North Star. It's a beloved manga written by Baronson and illustrated by Tetsuo Hara. To give you a brief rundown of the plot, Hokuto no Ken is set after the global nuclear war apocalypse of 1990X. The whole world's planets and cities crumble to nothing. Those who survive make up the new population, in a Mad Max world where violence is power. Kenshiro is one of the last surviving Hokuto masters, trained in the art of Hokuto Shinken, a martial art that he claims to be invincible.
I'll say it again. Hokuto Shinken is invincible.
There have been several video games based on this fantastic franchise. There were 4 on the Famicom alone. For modern systems, I've played through the 2 Ken's Rage titles, which I can highly recommend as quality Muso-likes. If people tell you these games are bad, then mate, these people didn't play them properly. Maybe one day we'll take a deeper look at those games and others. But today I want to dive into one game I feel deserves a video all on its own. Hokuto no Ken, Seikimatsu, Kyuseishu Densetsu. A 3D beat-em-up for the Sony PlayStation, released in the year 2000. This late entry in the PS1's life features beautifully textured character models and environments, and fully animated and voiced real-time cutscenes. Well, as fully animated as the PS1 could achieve. This game is stunning. It reminds me a lot of Dynamite Deka, which we've covered previously. It's made up of these cutscenes that look fabulous, and then these beat-em-up sections against either some mooks or a boss. The combat's tricky at first. You have all these buttons on the PS1, yet the game chooses to stick everything on just 3 of them. For example, you press square to punch, but hold square to block. Seems a bit silly when triangle isn't used for anything. Or the shoulder buttons, they're not used either. So the combat's stiff, and you can't pick up any weapons or items to help you out. So besides a few short moments when the game allows you to play as Rei or Toki, the majority of your experience is spent playing as Kenshiro, with the same 6 or so moves at your disposal. As you beat up enemies, they may flash rapidly, which is an opening for you to strike them. This activates a quick-time event, where you have to press the face buttons according to the direction of the on-screen fists. Input this correctly for a gloriously grotesque death animation. The downside to this feature is that it's the only way to defeat bosses, and as you get further into the game, the input time for the QTEs decreases, and then the icons start spinning around. How the f*** are you meant to input these? The answer is memorization. Fighting the boss over and over until you memorize the inputs. Really damn annoying. Annoying sums this up though. As pretty as this game is, it's loaded with cutscenes that drag on and on. Impressive that the PS1 has this much spoken dialogue. It would be even better if I could hear it over the music. In short, annoying. Fighting these biker enemies. annoying. Real damn annoying. There's a 2-player versus mode with more playable characters you can unlock, but unlocking the outfits and other characters for this mode requires beating each story mode chapter without a game over. And that's annoying. Perhaps almost as annoying as me ripping into an 18-year-old game because I'm too much of a wuss than actually bother getting good. The game messes with continuity a little, cuts a lot of extra stuff out, yet still manages to stay rather true to the original story. This took me around 7 hours to get through, which could be stripped down considerably if there wasn't any cutscenes. Some battles gave me a hard time, especially in the later parts of the game, but thankfully you can restart any battle with full health if you can live with the shame of losing. No problem, happy to get beaten if I respawn with full health, no qualms at all. When this game came out, it really harked on about its real-time Abeshi system. When you're going for one of those stylish kills on the enemy, their voice clip is interrupted based on when you defeat them. Because of the way these changes are made in real time, there's over 200 possible death cries in the game. It's a really nice touch, and one thing they really pushed at the time. Another thing that they bigged up before release is the cutscene replay feature, which allows you to edit any character's spoken lines regardless of context, to create your own unique Fist of the North Star story. Here are some examples of my handiwork using this tool. This feature is quite frankly the best part of the game, and more fun than the rest of the game combined. You can unlock the Abeshi, a mode where you have to kill as many thugs as possible in 30-second stages. It's also rather enjoyable, but the unlock conditions are too harsh, I think. Beat every chapter without dying. It's way harder than it sounds. The important thing, though, is the replay value, which this game has in spades. A game that looks great, feels fine to play, stays true to the source material to a certain extent, and has several modes and features to keep you distracted. Add on the Century End Theatre with the line editing, and you're looking at nothing less than a masterpiece. This has been Sushi Bites. Omae wa mo. Thank you for watching.
Ah!